Hey everyone, Allison here, and today is day 4. We're going to talk about getting organized for your Beachbody business. And I grabbed the 3 main things that I use. So a planner, I have an Erin Condren. I don't know if you guys have heard of them, you probably have. They're like $50 and to me it's not worth it. Some people will probably hate on me for saying that, but next time I get a planner, I'm probably just going to run to Target and get one. They're cute, you can personalize them. They have, I don't know, they're kind of fun, but $50, I probably won't do that again. But get a planner, just a notebook, and then I also have a binder and has some tabs in it so I can organize some things. So first of all, with the planner, you want to make a weekly schedule for yourself and schedule your work hours. Take out your planner and schedule exactly what time you're going to sit down and work your business until at least, maybe forever, but at least until it's a habit for you. I will say admittedly that I don't really do this anymore, but I'm also it's just ingrained in me to do my power hours, to follow up with people. I'm always messaging people in between classes or in between patients or on my lunch break. And I get up and work in the morning after my workout, and now that my fiance lives here, I try to just keep my evenings free and spend time with him, so I need to get everything done during the day. But just until you're in that habit of working, schedule it, write it down, and cross it off when you're done. You should also be scheduling your workouts if you're struggling to get those in. That's something that, your workouts, your personal development, your power hours, that's all. In this business, you need to work the hardest on yourself over anything else. So you need to schedule that time and make sure that you're devoting yourself to the lifestyle that you're representing as a coach. And also, so the notebook, what I use the notebook for is taking notes when I listen to trainings or national makeup calls or whatever. I took it to Summit. Also keeping a list of names of people who you're talking to. Always write down who you're talking to, because I can guarantee you will forget to follow up with people and they'll forget to follow up with you and you'll lose people. So write everyone's name down who you start conversations with. Everyone does this a little bit differently. I think probably the most popular system would be to invite 5 to 10 people a day. I'm going to tell you what I personally do, and you might think it's crazy, but this is just what works for me. I like to take one day of the week, it's usually Monday, and I message 60 new people. And where do I get these people? My Instagram followers. So I actually take a lot of time to write down these 60 names that I'm going to message. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's at least 30. But I go through I breeze through their Instagram accounts and ask myself, do I want to work with this person? Is this someone who I like their personality, I like what they're posting, I like their energy? And if it is, I write down their name. If you're in this group, I probably did that to you if we met on Instagram, because I only want to work with people who I like and who I find that I have a lot in common with and who I share values with, and that's to me what makes this business fun and beautiful. And so be picky about who you work with. You're not desperate. Reach out. Of course, if someone comes to you for help, that's a little bit different. But as far as who you're seeking out, you get to be picky and you get to choose people who you think that you'd really connect with. And I think God brings people in our lives for a reason. So if I have a hunch that I should talk to that person, I write down their name, and so I write a list of 30 to 60 people, and I message all of them, just starting conversations, and I want to get to know them. And that way I have a list of people who I'm just talking back and forth with, getting to know them. I might just start the conversation hey, I love your Instagram account. How's your week going? Super simple, nothing about Beachbody. I just want to get to know them, truly, because that's what makes this fun. And if they aren't really nice back, then I don't care. I don't want to work with that person if they're not very friendly back to me, or if they don't respond, or if they don't ask me anything, then I probably don't want to work with them, right? So once they respond and I have a really good conversation going with that person, I might highlight them on my list and make sure that they stand out to me when I go back to my list. And those people that I invite to my challenge groups. So you're not supposed to just write down people's names and then boom, send them this novel about what you're doing with Beachbody and ask them to your challenge group. No, they will run for the hills 9 out of 10 times. You want to get to know them and see if it's actually good for them. Maybe 21 Day Fix isn't the best program for them. Maybe they need PiYo or something else. So truly get to know who you're talking to and keep track of your conversations with a notebook. Make sure that you're prioritizing your time. So you've probably all seen the Power Hour photo. For sure if you're in mine or Brooke's group, you've seen it. I will post it in here. And that tells you exactly what you need to do every day as a coach during your Power Hour. Make sure the number one thing, or the first thing that you do, is your invites. So don't start inviting or post a picture and then start commenting and looking at your notifications and looking at your messages, because then you'll never get back to the invite part, and that's the most important part. So do your invites first, like laser focus, put the blinders on. Don't pay attention to anything else that's going on Facebook. Invites first, then the rest of your Power Hour. Another thing that will help you to get organized is use your phone. If you have an iPhone, it's called, use Notes to keep things organized. I'm not sure what it is for Android or other Samsung or whatever other phones, but keep things in your phone that you can copy and paste when you're talking with people. Things like conversation starters, explaining a discount code, explaining what comes in a challenge pack, explaining your story with 21 Day Fix or whatever program you do or love, explaining Shakeology HD and the fact that yes, it's on auto ship when they get a challenge pack, but they can change that, no problem. And if they love it, you can talk with them about a discount later on. You don't want people to have any surprises. You want to be straightforward about that. So I have a script that I save and send them. You want to get down to a system where you can copy and paste things throughout your messages that will make your life so much easier and make your work time very efficient. And also, just make sure that you're posting 3 to 5 times a day. I know this will be covered when we talk more about social media and Power Hour, but make sure that's on your to-do list, is posting on social media. That's how you're going to grow your network. And if you're ever having a time where you're like, I don't know who to talk to, I don't have anyone to message, post an engaging post. Look at who likes and comments on it, and write those people down on your list. And every single day you can add people who are looking at your social media accounts. You know that they're interested in what you're posting if they're liking and commenting, right? So you put their names on your list in your notebook, and that's who you can talk to about your challenge groups. So I hope this is helpful. Admittedly, I'm not the most organized person in the world when it comes to my Beachbody business. I'm working on it. I have a system that it works for me. Some people are way more organized. Oh, another thing you can do is use Google Docs or have folders on your computer desktop and organize things. So, for example, this 14-day group, I have a folder on my desktop with everything in it that I need. So you want to have things that are easily accessible, and I think the more organized you are from the beginning of your business, just the easier things are going to go for you. But truly posting on social media every day, that needs to be on the top of your to-do list, because that's what over time is going to attract people to you. And I don't know if you guys know how Facebook works, but if you notice, some people, like when you start, you might only get 1 or 2 or 0 likes on your photos, and you notice that other coaches have way more than that all the time. It's because the affinity, there's certain things about Facebook, it's kind of interesting, but the more you post and the more you show up in people's news feeds, the more Facebook is going to put you in news feeds. And the more people like and comment on your things, the more that shows up in the news feed. So if you post something and it's crickets, it's not that no one likes it, it's that no one saw it. But don't give up. Just keep posting every single day. When someone comments on it, like it, respond back with tagging their name and say something to them. Always like people's comments that they comment on your photos, and it'll be like a good snowball effect. You're going to gain more affinity on Facebook over time. I hope this was helpful to you. So grab your planner, schedule your work time, get a notebook, write down who you're talking to, highlight, have a color coding system, highlight if you really like that person, highlight if they ordered something, highlight if they say maybe later, highlight if they want to be a coach, have a color-coded system if that's what you like to do. That's what I like to do. So I hope this is helpful. Let me know, and I'll talk to you on day 5.